How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another edition of Gunsmoke. So now we're on Season 1, Episode 3, Word of Honor. First two episodes I thought were absolutely brilliant, so again, just hoping for more of the same. So yeah, with that, let's watch Season 1, Episode 3 of Gunsmoke, Word of Honor.
Most everybody he meets dislikes the lawman. I can't blame him too much. Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Few friends.
He's the natural enemy. Stops them doing what they want to do. Not good.
Shock of extracting that bullet was too much for him. Spine, bad place, the spine.
Oh.
What difference does it make to you, anyway? Why did you bring me out here, 35 miles from Dodge? Somebody you shot in the back.
He shot him.
Or is it you figured one of us shot him, Doc?
I didn't exactly figure it. He whispered it to me. And whichever one of you put it there murdered him.
Doc, the three of us here. You know any of us?
He was shot when he tried to get away. You can be shot just as easy.
I'm a doctor. And since there's nothing more I can do here, I've got to be available to other patients. And another doctor within 100 miles of Dodge City.
Right now, Doc, there's one too many.
There ain't another doc within 400 miles of here. I could get sick myself.
Right now, there may be some woman having a baby or some man with gangrene of the leg. People needing help right this minute.
If I let you go, you promise not to tell about anybody you recognize here?
No, I won't.
How about that woman having a baby? The man with that funny kind of leg.
He's using it against him.
I see what you mean.
Do you, Doc?
I'm here as a doctor and nothing else. I promise.
Oh, he's with the marshal.
Well, that's all I can tell you, Matt. And
You told us practically nothing about the killers, Doc.
well, they didn't look like killers when they rode up to my office. Man was hurt bad and needed me.
Yeah, that's all his mind was thinking, to
That's
save
why
this
I went
man.
with him. Quick.
Still not gonna tell me where?
Can't.
I promise not to.
Doc, you know their names and where they are, and you just stand.
I told you I gave my word.
Well, they're nothing but a bunch of
I know
killers.
it.
Mister.
It's good that they do this stuff because we're seeing it from the doctor's point of view. We know why he can't.
Sir, I guess.
We really feel his burden.
Big cottonwood stump just off the road.
I've seen it.
There's a hole inside that stump. I put a sack in that hole just before I rode into town. The sack's got $20,000 in it.
Jeez.
A lot of money.
Today, that's a lot of money.
Hank gets back all right.
Well, Hank's your youngest son, isn't he?
He didn't show up the other night. Next morning, I found a note tacked to one of the corrals.
That's who they
Said,
killed.
leave the 20,000, he'd be returned.
It didn't say how he'd be returned. Listen to me, Jake.
Now, you listen to me. I told you what I want you to do.
All right, then let's get out to that stump. The chance we can still beat him there.
Marshal, I already told you no.
Marshall has his job
Jake.
to do.
What?
I think they might have already shot him and he's dead. I can't tell you, Jake.
Marshal, I've had just about enough of this.
I can't tell you any more than what I think.
Now I'm seeing it from the marshal's point of view. Like I've seen for the doctor earlier when he was talking to them. Oh shit, that's not the body, is it?
No, Jake. You're not glad.
That looks so disturbing.
It's him. It's Hank.
That's obviously what they're after him as well, as it talked about earlier, the money.
I knew it was gonna be like this.
He's gonna snap at the marshal now, like, how did you know?
Why'd they do it? I gave him the money.
Those men took your
scumbags.
son, but I'll get him, Jake.
Take care of myself as soon as you tell me who they are.
Been murdered.
Yeah, he's going to do everything he can
Why don't you tell me?
to bring justice.
Man who told me I had to promise not to name anybody.
Who is he? I'll get it out of him if I have to cut it out.
That's another reason I can't tell you who he is.
Giving you 24 hours to name him, Marshal. If you don't, me and my 2 living sons are coming to Dodge. Be blood spilt, Marshal, if you don't name him.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll help you get Hank home now.
I love how they make like these situations change like regular people. Like we saw the marshal understands their frustration and their pain, but like he'll have to go after them then if they break the law. He has another
24 hours for men who suddenly showed a lot of money, and you haven't found anybody yet, have you?
Not yet.
No, and you won't. I've been looking for you to find out about me, and there'll be a gunfight. And they're innocent men. Here.
Mr. Dillon?
I'm still unsure. Is Chester his deputy?
At the time, Marshal. You gonna name him?
No, Jake, I'm not.
I warned you, Marshal. Marshal, I just kept you alive for another minute. I won't do it again. Are you gonna name him?
Hank's dead, Jake.
And those who did it running free because of the coward you're covering up.
I can get him, Jake. Will you give me your word of honor that you'll help me?
You got it.
Word of honor?
You heard me give it. It's too.
All right. Chester, take him over to the cell and lock him up.
Don't listen to him, Pop.
You heard Mr. Dillon?
Marshal, this is the wrong time for a joke.
That's why you're not going to interfere with my getting the man who killed Hank. Now, you gave me your word of honor, Jake.
I like this word of honor. I'm not sure how strong it is today, but it should. It's a great way of dealing with things with just words. Major Dillon, they did it in the last episode as well. It's diffusing the situation. They're using the reverse psychology sometimes. There was using the word of honor, like he'd used with the doctor.
Now that I think of it, I never expected you to be that smart. It's spread it around that I've broken my word and identified the killers. Now the news will reach those people soon enough. They'll come in. They'll come in to thank me for breaking my word.
Right it back. Wait,
But you ain't gonna get a chance to fix it.
did
My
he...
complaint says you're a dirty liar, Doc.
Friends are.
You'll never know, you liar.
Stay there. They've been smart, Doc.
I knew it.
I sent him up here for a...
A decoy, Marshal, a target, same as...
Stay here.
I'm not going anyplace.
Oh, shit. Fuck, I thought they had shot him. Who did it? Ah. Wait a minute. So was everything here was a ploy?
I'm sorry, but I had to take things into my own hands, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, he let him out, okay.
It's 3-1 against you. I had to even things up.
You know what, Chester?
You're right.
You're forgiven.
I'd like to buy a drink before we leave.
I'd like that. You want to buy one for the coward I was covering up for? You're invited for a drink.
Doc. Doc Adams.
Drink, this is no time for drinking. Time to sleep.
You know what? Right.
Okay, so just done watching episode 3 of season 1 of Gunsmoke, Word of Honor. And while I didn't enjoy it as much as the first 2 episodes, I still thought it was a very good episode. And again, it's the whole moral dilemma that really makes it so fascinating and interesting. Because, yeah, the doctor's protecting these guys, these scumbags, but he's also then, in doing that, it's to protect other people. Like you said, that a woman who might be giving birth, a man who maybe has gangrene. By not agreeing to what those guys are asking him to do in being quiet, he's essentially risking these people's lives as well as his own future patients. So it's great how they spin it. And then again you have it with Marshal Dillon, when the family, Hank's family, trying to protect the doctor, and he knows the reason why. And I like that we know it as well. First with the doctor and then with Hank, why they're not giving all the answers. So you really kind of identify and feel their situation. So yeah, no, very good episode. As I said, yeah, not as strong as episode 1 or 2, but still enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, just keep them coming with these quality episodes. Are really, really good. But until next time, guys, it's long fall.